So I thought I'd do a get ready with me, because I'm not really going anywhere particular, but I thought I'd just do a video and a chat one, because I haven't done one for a while. I feel like I just record a video and then put music over it and not really talk about my products. So I thought it'd be quite an interesting day. It was sunny and there is blue sky, but we're just gonna have to wing it because it's gonna go cloudy at some point. So I'll try and keep the balance of the lighting quite well. But I'm going to start off by using this, which is the Elizabeth Arden lip. It's not really for lips, it's for, I think, more for skin in general, but you can use it for lips. It's the 8 Hour Cream. This stuff is amazing. I used to suffer from really bad lips as a child. Anxiety and bullying and such, but this, I think, beats every kind of lip product that I've tried, really. And it's really good for like liquid lipsticks as well, so it's good to have a heavy duty lip balm in your kit or in your collection. But got that on eBay for like £8, and I usually think for the bigger bottles like 28 or something like that, so it does work really well. Right, excuse the background, I've blurred it out enough so that you can't see all the mess behind me. So just going to apply some of the Smashbox Primer Water onto my face. I don't know whether I get on really well with this one, to be honest. I don't see much. I mean, I've had it for months. I've only used really like half of it, not even that. And I don't know if it has much of an effect on me. It's something that I think I use every day, but I feel like there's not really much difference, I guess, to the effects I have on my face. I don't know, it just doesn't really seem to make much of a difference compared to like my, for example, Nivea Men, which we all know is a winner at the moment in the beauty world. So it's just a bit of one of those things where, does it do much at all? Does it really have any kind of effect on priming? But it's nice though, it does alright. I use it every so often. It also smells really weird. I think it's about as well £20. Yeah, it's £20, so it's not exactly like one of your cheap ranges, is it? What I'm going to apply is the 24 Hour Cream by Kiko. Again, it's a product that I feel that doesn't really do a massive amount. I put a crap load on in the evenings, like I literally sit there and have like layers of it on my face, and I just feel like it's something that doesn't do a lot compared to like my Glam Glow Thirsty Mud, which does a heck of a lot. And I've got a few other ones as well that I'm playing around with. There's so much in there as well, which I think is a great thing for the price it is. Whether it's full price or half price, you get a lot in there. So I feel like I never really find the perfect moisturiser. Like the lip products I find really well, and like mascaras you always find like the one that suits you the best, but I find moisturisers are really hard to find a really, really good one. My next door neighbour is like doing her washing. She keeps looking at me being like, what is going on in your window? It's like, well, I'm definitely not doing anything dodgy with my camera, don't worry. Yeah, nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. I'm going to apply a bit of the Nivea Men's, obviously, aftershave balm stuff. Keeps everything in place. I think I'm halfway in this bottle. So it's a hard thing, I can't really tell. I feel like it's halfway, and I've had this for like 6 months. It's ridiculous, and it's like £4 or £5. I bought one actually, another one recently as a backup. I think I bought the Sensitive Skin one to see what the difference is, because this is the originals one. But it lasts for ages, and it actually does like fully work. I mean, it's massive now. When I first got it, it just, obviously Nikki Tutorials was mentioning about it, and I just went straight to Boots and got it. So I'm gonna apply my brows. Now, I feel like I've done so many brow tutorials, and I feel like my brows have changed so much in the past couple of years, I guess, is one way of looking at it. And I think like I definitely have found a comfortable stage of either or. And plus I've been treating my brows really nicely in a sense that they've grown so much, and I forgot how much of a shape I had on my brows, which I'm really proud of in a way. But I've been using like a serum. I think I mentioned this a while ago in maybe a favourites, or like a haul maybe. I can't remember, it was something. But it's the Rapid Brow gel, which you can buy I think in Boots for like £35. Or I got this one off Amazon for like £18. So it's honestly works. Your brows grow. We're going to apply some product, and I'm going to probably use my Illamasqua. I've been using this one quite a lot. If I can find the product, there we go. And it's very similar. There is a dupe like this at the moment, which is from Makeup Revolution, and it's the same, very same similar style pot, and it's a pomade. This is a brow gel, so I don't know what the difference is between the two, but it's a dupe for obviously a lot cheaper than the Illamasqua. And I use the Zoeva, I think it's the, doesn't actually, oh hang on, it's worn off, 317 wing liner brush. This is a fantastic, amazing, best brush I've ever used for like anything to do with the brows or liner, more so much the brows though in this case, and it's incredible. It's so fine, you get such a good actual like precision on your brows that I really, yeah, swear by it. I really like it. So I'm using this one in the colour Stare, which is like a dark brown, quite a sort of muddy chocolate brown, I'd say. And it looks strange how much of a difference it makes. And I find that for myself I have to create much more of an arch at the top because I don't really have one. So I always find it really weird doing my brows first because I find that it doesn't really do much to the rest of my face. It just looks like I've got some black smudged marks on my eyebrows. But once you put everything else together, it does actually make a lot more sense. So I'm going to go in with my NYX kit. Look how filthy it is. Like, just like products where I just use as a palette. But this is the NYX Contour Correct and Conceal Camouflage palette. I don't really use anything else except for probably the much more lighter shade and of course the much more peachy shade. So I'll be using the much more lighter yellow tone shade underneath my brows to sculpt out. You can use any kind of concealer, anything that you've got. This is the hard concealer, so it's not liquid, so it's going to be a lot more easier to get that kind of shape. But anything you have available, you can use foundation as well. And what I tend to do is get my concealer brush, and I use this just as it is from the previous time of using it, and just kind of pat over my eyelids so that they're kind of more muted out. Don't add anything to the brush because I feel like there's just enough on there just to kind of... I'm using the Morphe E20 brush, which I love. I think this is recommended by Luster Lux. She uses this just in the corners to buff out concealer. It's like my first ever Morphe brush that I got. And again, going in with my usual powder brush, I'm just going to use this as it is to just pat down onto my lids just to set everything in place. I don't have to add any product, that'll still be a little bit on there from the day before or from last time I applied makeup, and it's just going to make everything kind of a bit more mattified. I'm going to go in with a shadow. Now I don't really know what I'm going to do. I haven't really got an idea of what kind of look I'm going to go for, so I'm still looking at my palette and see what I've got. I have bought a new palette. I used to have, which you might have known, it's not in here, my Makeup Geek palette, the kind of, I want to say chrome, but it's not really chrome. It was like a metal palette with a mirror inside, but it got too small for all my shadows, so I got the Z palette. And this is pretty much, no, it actually is bar one. These are all Makeup Geeks apart from this one. This was actually a Morphe eyeshadow that I got for like £1.50. Just wanted it, you know, why not? And managed to get this all into my Z palette. This is one palette. Hopefully gonna get another palette soon and fill it up. But I've been absolutely obsessed ever since Zoeva and Makeup Geek has been on Beauty Bay. I've been going batshit crazy over these. So I've added a few to my collection, especially got a new couple of more foil shadows, which I absolutely love. They are beautiful shadows. I think I'm going to use them today just to show you what they look like. I feel like I'm going to go for a brown again, but only because I really want to kind of use these colours. This one I've got recently, and it's Beaches and Cream. Yes. and also Flamethrower, which is a really nice kind of coppery glitter. And also recently I got this one, which is Morocco, which I am in love with. It's very much similar to Sienna by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Really, really excited. So we're going to use this today, and I know it's a very much, again, another neutral brown eyeshadow look, but it's just experimental with a few colours that I've recently got, and why not, you know? I want to do browns today, yeah? I want to do browns. I probably will do another tutorial another day with obviously using the lilac and also maybe using that one as well. So keep an eye out. I will be doing that. It's not like I'm gonna say that's it for now, but you know, today we're gonna do a bit more of a comfortable Hannah look. So I'm gonna start off by using the Beaches in Cream colour. I'll be using that one just as a transition colour, and I'm using also, of course I am, the Zoeva 229 crease brush, which I really like this brush. It's really, really good for the crease. It's comfortable. Ever so lightly just tickle my crease. I realised how wrong that sounds. And by applying like a transition crease colour, it's going to help everything else that you apply on top blend in a lot more seamlessly. And then I'm going to go in next and apply a bit of, I think it's Ice Queen, am I right? Do I know my, yes it is, Ice Queen by Makeup Geek, and this is going to go into my brow bone, yeah, my brow bone, just to highlight the area as well. And I tend to do this first just so that if I do have quite a obvious line from this colour, I can blend it out really seamlessly again with the colour that I've just added for the transition, so I don't have to move or kind of damage, I guess, any permanent colours that I apply onto the lid after all that time and effort. I can easily correct this at this stage. Absolutely love this as a highlighting shade. This sun today really doesn't want to make his mind up. Right, next I'm going to go in with Morocco, which I'm so excited to use this colour. It's such a rich colour. I thought that when I was using Cocoa Bear that this was quite an orangey toned brown, and it was, you know, pretty heavy. But yeah, this is a proper burnt orange, and I love it like so much. So I'm going to use a mixture of, I'm going to start using the Morocco first and then apply a bit of the Cocoa Brown on top of it, just to kind of really give a lovely transition colour and actually shade it out really lovely. And I'm going in with, I swear this is like not sponsored by Zoeva, but I'm going in with the 227's Luxe Soft Definer brush, and it's quite a good blending brush, but it's very thin so that you get the sort of flat side, and then it's quite sort of narrower, so it's not as heavy as the Max blending brush. And then going in with my good old Beaches in Cream brush and just make sure I'm blending out all those harsh lines that I have. And it's all about building up. I say this quite a lot, and it's true to word. It's all about ever so lightly. If you go in a proper try and make an obvious line of it, it's just gonna cake up and not be smooth, and you know, you don't see a painter going in roughly when they're trying to do fine art. So this is, did you hear that? I don't know what's going on around my neighbourhood, but it's all having a clear out. So yeah, just going back in and just adding and just kind of tickling the area. And at this point I tend to go back in with that Ice Queen just to kind of neaten the ends up. So next up I'm going in with another Zoeva brush, and it is the 224 Luxe Define Crease. I cannot express how amazing this brush is for crease work. It honestly is a game changer, and I'm not saying that because I have 10,000 Zoeva brushes. It's because it generally is incredible. The style of this brush is just something other. Like, it's basically like very much narrow at the bottom, and then it goes a bit more flat at the top. It honestly is incredible for eye makeup. So we're going to go in with Cocoa Bear, which is kind of that muddy caramel brown, with this brush, my saviour. I'm just going to pop it into the crease and just wiggle. Doesn't kind of go anywhere else, it just sits right in the pocket of the crease and just kind of gives you that very fine line, but you can build it up and add more and expand and you can really control it a lot better than a big fat chunky brush. I always believe when it comes to eye makeup, it's not just having like a couple of really crap shit brushes. So next up I'm gonna go in with the beautiful flamethrower colour, and this stuff is Lush. Like, it's such a pretty colour, like, and it's just so pigmented, it makes me happy. And I'm going in with so I have a 233 cream shader brush, very fine thin brush, but it packs on colour really nicely. Bought this one recently actually to add to my collection because I didn't have enough flat shader brushes. Just going to apply this onto the lid. But look at the pigment, it's like beautiful. It's so pretty. Up a little bit more into the crease because my eye crease is a fair bit, and it does transition colour like this onto the higher bit of the lid, and I rather just kind of give it a platform of colour already, and then we can buffer it out a bit more with a darker colour. Look how nice it is! Such a pretty colour, I love it. Okay, so once that colour's all packed on, I tend to usually go for a liner, but I don't know if I want to go for a liner today. I feel like having a liner might just take away the concentration on the actual eye. No, we're going to use just lashes because the lashes I have in mind are beautiful, and they don't really need liner to go with it. So we're going to just use lashes today. But I'm going to go in with my classic favourite of all time. I hope they never ever discontinue this. Oh, I got cramp. And it is the L'Oreal False Lash Telescopic in black. I swear by this. It doesn't drop down, it doesn't give you panda eyes, it doesn't kind of cake up, it lengthens your lashes perfectly. Like, when you first ever use it, you don't have to wait till it dries through, like dries out the bottle to get like a consistency that's good enough. It generally is a bloody good mascara. The only downfall is that they do tests on animals, and it makes me very sad that my favourite mascara is that. But look at that, just incredible. I mean, this is my better eye because my other eye is like, doesn't actually want to kind of curl up, but it's just really, really nice mascara. We are going to apply lashes as well, but I like putting a load of mascara on so it actually sticks to the lashes. I hate doing this, my eyes are going all freaky. Right, so grab my eyelashes, my little lash box. So I'm going to apply, I think these are my Valencia primer or Prima lashes, but I absolutely love wearing these. Right, glue. I'm waiting for some more House of Lashes glue because it is the bomb. Look how gross that is. It's my Revlon eyelash. Applying this stuff. If you do want to get good eyelash glue, I've mentioned this quite a few times in the past on my channel, and it's £7 off Amazon, and it's a brush. I will also be using stamp collecting tweezers or stamp tweezers, and they're flat, so they're designed to really kind of grab the lash and you can push it on, and yeah, it's just a really, really easy sort of tweezers to use, and I absolutely love these. I think they're from eBay for like £7, and then place it perfectly in line. I used to use my fingers, and then I just couldn't be bothered. Felt comfortable getting my tweezers in there. And plus you can squish the lashes to your own lashes by, yeah, if you're ever in the market for new lashes, I've mentioned this before quite a few times. Prima lashes, really, really good. So, we're going to do the base now, which is my foundation. And I'm going to be using the BB Glow. I used this yesterday on my day off. I'm definitely sat on a brush. And I loved it. Apply a lot of this. And I've got the colour number 2, which I think is quite dark for me at the moment, but you know, number 1 would be too light, I think, but then it is winter after all, so it's definitely different to the BBs I've had in the past, but it's just a really, really nice foundation, and it's a really hydrating one. I feel it's very tacky, but it dries really lovely. So I'm gonna go with one of my favourite all-time concealers. It's on par with Kevyn Aucoin concealer, the Essential Skin Enhancer. And it is, and I put it in a pot because it's easier to actually get out the tube, but it is the, if I can find it on me somewhere, here we go, it is the NYX Gotcha Covered Waterproof Concealer. This stuff is waterproof. I could cry with this if I ever feel a bit emotion, and it will not ruin my concealer. It is so pigmented. I honestly swear by it. If anyone wants to use it for a wedding, I would by no doubt recommend this in seconds. So there we go. If you're ever looking for a wedding concealer and waterproof one, use this boy. And it's so thick and pigmented, so it really does cover the area perfectly. So my friend Jessica, if you're watching, bonjour, she uses this as well and she loves it. Look around my nose because I'm not someone that touches my nose quite a lot, but also I get redness around my chin because, you know, women. I'm using the, how much it wears away, NYX concealer, HD concealer, and this stuff is amazing. Again, 5-6 quid, and it's very much the dupe of the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Honestly, NYX, you are smashing it out of the park at the moment with your products. Just gonna use my beauty blender to blend this all out and just even it out. Make sure that I all blended out, so we go straight with the powder. Now, I haven't spoken about this powder yet. I feel like I should, because God knows this is the best powder in the whole world. RCMA powder, no colour. Now, I was literally on the cusp of buying the Laura Mercier powder, but then I realised by watching a video from Kathleen Likes, and also, of course, Luster Lux, that this powder was insane. So I am going to talk about this and make sure that my concealer isn't creasing too much. And it is incredible. It is very finely milled, as you can see, but it's no colour, so it's designed to set whatever you have and not change any kind of pigmentation, and any kind of added any more colour, but it's so fine. I find that it's better than my NYX 3D powder, it's better than the Ben Nye banana powder, better than the e.l.f. under eye powder, and by knowledge of everyone else, it is 10 times better than the Laura Mercier powder. Now, this bottle cost me 12 quid with shipping, which is insane, like so insane for what it is. It is honestly like, I can't describe. I bought another bottle because I love it that much, and it keeps going out of stock every time it is in stock. I get an email update when it happens. But honestly, like, it is beautiful. It's great for dry skin and great for oily. It doesn't dry you out when you are dehydrated or dry. And when you're oily, it settles and looks perfect. I can't describe how great this product is. I really do enjoy it. And it's perfect. It doesn't crease under eyes. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. So, yeah. Good one, RCMA. You actually smashed it. Highlighting is the next option. I do this first because when I apply, like, it on top of bronzer and blusher, I find that it just kind of looks a bit too layered. So I apply this first and I go back over it again later on. Using, of course, the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. And I'm using my new brush, which is the Morphe M501 brush. And I love this brush so much. It's beautiful for applying. So I'm just going to apply it to the top of my cheeks. And this highlighter is honestly the best highlighter in the world. For the price it is, I got it off of Amazon for like £12. I think in the shops it's about 20, if not 18, but still. I get quite a fraction of money off when I buy it off Amazon. But it's just so pretty. Oh, I'm a sucker, like a sucker for highlighters. I definitely like a good highlighter. So I'm going to go in next with contouring, because why not? We've gone crazy on the eyes, why not go contouring? So I'm going to use of course, the NYX palette, the Zoeva, the NARS Ita brush. I think it's Ita brush or Ita. Ever so lightly contour. I always struggle with like this side. I don't know what it is, but I always kind of don't get it matching. I don't know if it's because it's like the way I'm kind of applying it, but I always struggle with actually popping this on this side. But I do go in with my NYX 08 brush, which is a duo fibre brush, and just buff everything out. Just makes everything really sort of seamless and flawless and nice and neat, basically. And I go back in again. So you're just adding the layers and adding the kind of dimension of the contour. Going with my MAC dark golden just around the forehead area, and then it's all about so much contour in this bit here than anything else, because then you can really blend it down and out. And this bit is going to make your jawline more obvious than this bit here, so it's good to kind of focus on that area and the difference you get. And I want to make my neck a lot more slender, and by doing that I bring a bit more product here and I bring a bit more product here, and by doing that it makes everything much more thin and, as you can see, shadowed. So I look a little bit more narrower. Not that it's big focus, I don't always do it every single day. So I'm going to go in with my blush, and my blush that I use, I go back and forth at the moment. I feel like today I'm going to use a MAC one though. This sun today is really playing me. It's like back and forth trying to control it and I get blinded. There we go. It's the MAC Skin Finish Mineralized Powder in Blonde. I bought this years ago, but it's a really nice pinky kind of corally colour. So I'm going to use this one on my cheeks. I'm not a blusher fan, but I like a little bit more of a two-toned, apart from just my bronzer. It's a very soft pink as well. It's nothing too bright or harsh, so it's going to complement the orange really, really nicely. Gonna cover the forehead. Going back in with that highlighter, because obviously I've worn a little bit off from applying my blondes and my blusher. So I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna change up the scene a little bit and add a bit of the Champagne Pop by Becca, because why not, you know? Let's layer highlighters. There's no rules, we can do so. And it's very corally kind of peachy kind of colour, so we're gonna apply this to the areas that we want to highlight and just enhance it a bit more basically. I always go underneath the eye and then bring it up and then down to the cheek with the excess. Just makes everything really, really pretty and glowy. And then going further up. Let's apply a lippy. I'm going to grab 2 seconds. So I have grabbed the Kiko Unlimited Stylo lipstick in number 13. They like having numbers in that company rather than names of products. And I'm using also the spot liner, but this is a really good brush just to define everything perfectly. So we're going to use this just to shape the Cupid's bow. Just apply. The great thing with these lipsticks is that they go on really, really, really creamy, but when they actually set, they set matte, which is lovely. Really, really good lipsticks. After all that, I'm applying lipstick, I completely forgot that I haven't actually done my under eyes. So let's actually do that. A kind of flat defining brush, which is technically a brow line brush, but we're going to use this. And going in with that muddy, ever so slightly kind of darker brown. I'm going to go back in with this brush with the orange product on, but we're not going to add any product on at all. And just blend out that colour. Going in with the L'Oreal Fix and Spray, once my lashes are done. And that is all done. Just in time for the sun to move halfway across the actual sky. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have any of the products that I have shown today. Any products that you would recommend also as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I am back on a roll, so don't worry guys. I am getting back into the swing of this. So please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with some of my videos. And I shall speak to you guys very soon. Have a great day. Bye.